One Leg Lance here, Peg Leg Garage. Got some more stuff in. We don't have a van yet, but we're getting close. This Friday, it's into Kansas City. Ford factory, Matt Ford, taking awesome care of us. Going to make it all happen, and then 30 days, 4,500 miles, road trip to SEMA, hitting all the partners along the way. But since I got stuff, wanted to go over some of this stuff with you guys. So, scale. Why a scale? Because we want to know what's coming off the van and what's going on. I don't want to wait till the end, like I've always done on other builds, roll across a truck scale and be like, whoa, look at how fat old gordo she is. Not going to happen. So I want to know what's going on, what's coming off. Paid for this. It's not sponsored. Paid for this. This is a cool connector. I use this on my Suburban build. This is nice 5-pin. I think it's a marine connector because it's aqua signal. Each pin can handle 16 amps, 250 volts total. Goes on the roof, goes on the wiring, comes together, has an O-ring in there. It locks in nice and tight and then clamps down. So if I do need to pull the roof rack off with the Lightforce lights with the 23.0 awning and stuff, all I have to do is disconnect, and then this has a little cap that goes on there, seals it. Roof rack can come off, do all kinds of cool stuff. There's no way those Lightforce lights are going to draw more than 16 amps per pin, but it's there. I can always double up pins if I need to. Gives me some switchable circuits. Paid for this. Paid for this. Went up to Northern Arizona Wind and Sun, and Jason up there was awesome to help me work out the Victron wiring diagram I need and exactly the schematics. Gave me the cool hat. That's awesome. So Victron is sending some stuff, full disclosure. However, didn't send all of it because I didn't know what all I needed, so I did go up and buy things like the battery protect because it's worth it. Bluetooth, smart on its own. I can control it from the phone. This basically acts as your load disconnect. This is what you can say, hey, before you suck my battery dry, chill out a little bit, and you get to control it. And there's a variety of ways to use these. I don't even know everything yet. What's cool about Victron stuff is things talk to each other. They can operate independently, all on its own, or I can connect it up through these wires, through things like the VE Direct. Some of the things, not this, but some of the things use the VE Direct cable. Nice of them to put a right angle on there so it fits behind flush narrow areas. Very, very cool. That way you can say, hey, I want you to control you to control you. So like the battery management system can turn off and on, charging from different things. So really, really cool. Again, some I paid for. Full disclosure, some's coming in. Rollercam. Now again, like I mentioned in another video, I had bought stuff at the last Overland Expo. I've been beaten on Rollercam stuff so much. Loved it. Got in touch with them and said, hey, I want some more. Was fully prepared to pay because, I mean, this stuff's not expensive. It's like $6 here, $10 there. It's worth every penny. Beats ratchet straps to death. But they went ahead and sent me some stuff, so very cool. You can tell the guys come from rock climbing because, I mean, look at the carabiners they put on some of this stuff. Just ridiculously cool. The Overland package is gray. I dig the rafter blue, the kind of river runner blue stuff. But it's a red van, the gray. It'll go cool. And really, honestly, who cares? It's form over function over color over whatever. However that saying goes. It's all about how well does it work, not how pretty it is. I was talking to him about how I was going to secure the ExJack. I love the ExJack. I did buy a new one rather than mess around with ARB and sponsorship and all that kind of crap. It's just worth having. It was worth the $260. I got 10 years out of the last one. And honestly, you know, probably could take it to a place that repairs river rafts and get it fixed. But I wanted another one because I do use it. But I want some way to hold it against the wall. So when I was talking to him about zigzags, and Eric there was all, you know, I was like, hey, I want to put it on my L-track and run your loop in through there. He's like, I got a better idea. Why don't I sew it to one of those? The loop in does feed through and works really well, but I mean, this is just cool. And I got the spider thing going here, so tingly on the old spider senses. And that'll kind of hold it up against the wall, tighten it up. What's nice is once I know the sizing, I can cut these, hit it with a little flame, and it's all up there. Awesome. Moving on down the line. SafeJack, I had read Exploring Overland, Jonathan Hansen. You'll know Jonathan Roseanne from Overland Expo, Conserventures. They are the real deal cool people. So he had done an article on the SafeJack with the base and the Wren stands. I talked to SafeJack about borrowing a Wren stand for the SEMA show so I could pull a wheel off and show the quad van four-wheel drive conversion and that kind of stuff. And they said, well, we'll send you some. I said, well, I'll give you my credit card because, again, full disclosure, if I don't do a good job for these people, they can charge me. If I don't like it, I'll send it back. Or if I want to say really mean and terrible things, then I'll say, hey, charge me for this because I want to say it's bad. But either way, full disclosure, I've not paid for this stuff yet. I do like their wheel chocks, though. I didn't even know about these, but I have a set of wheel chocks, but they're bigger and bulkier. Most people put a round rock under a tire if they do anything, and then they wonder why their vehicle rolls over and kills them. This is a nesting set, so I thought that was cool. Little guy, folds up, goes inside, big guy. Makes all kinds of magical things happen. So, and they fold up nicely. Their jack base goes under a high lift, or they have an adapter for the bottle jack. Have extensions for the bottle jack, so you can stack up, put different styles on here. So, really cool stuff. I can weld. Whether I can weld to the degree that I would trust anything like this I made to not kill me, let's just say it's not a bad idea sometimes for me to pay for things. I like that the rim jack comes apart, goes into a bag. It ain't lightweight stuff, folks. All this SafeJack stuff together, if I took the whole full deal, it's like 70 pounds. That's the scale. That's what we want you guys to know. So you can use like a hydraulic floor jack, especially like you take the aluminum floor jack, put the skid underneath, slide it under there, lift up, put your legs in, or with the bottle jack. Just depends on where you are and what's going on. So there's always a variety. I could lift with the ExJack and then put the rim stand under. You know, right tool for the right situation. Looking forward to playing with these, you know, and I'll give you guys more updates as we go along. MaxxTrax went up and saw the importer, Adventure Imports, Matt. He brings it in. It's cool stuff. He's been doing the MaxxTrax. Brad McCarthy, the guy that owns the company. I still think of him as Dirty Weekends, Brad, because that's the book I had from when we were in Australia. And actually it's a really cool book. So that's kind of how I have him in my head. He deserves so much more credit for the MaxxTrax. But I wanted a new set. Got to have color coordination. Got to match the van. But also just a new fresh set to see if there's anything different than their older ones. So those hopefully are going to go on the back of an Owl Vans Engineering swing out transit setup. Hint, hint, hint. John over there would really like you to get the transit one going, you know, so I can put the tire on the back and put these on the other side on your Sherpa. Hint, hint. Would really like that. Hopefully squeeze those guys in between Sportsmobile and Quad Van. So soon, it's no more of playing in the back patio. It's going to be Kansas City, Ford factory, Matt Ford, who's taken awesome care of us. Road trip, 30 days, 4,500 miles, hitting Illumina, Sportsmobile, Extreme Outback, hopefully Owl Van Engineering, Quad Van, 23.0 for the awning, into the SEMA show. I'm really going to try to get some dirt time testing. Lightforce lights on there. Hoping to do some cool stuff with the lights, playing around in the dark in the desert, going into SEMA. So watch for more. It's all coming down to SEMA Panic now.